I want you to imagine making $600 per hour with Google search. Sounds too good to be true, right? Well, here are some folks I know that are doing this exact thing. Now, one of my students took this method that I'm about to share and he really made it his own. Then he came back and posted on our private student Facebook group that this method took him only about an hour and made him $600. And his message there was, and I quote, "It feels like we just stole money." This guy isn't a big influencer, he doesn't have any kind of fancy gear or anything like that, and it made him $600 in 1 hour. So if you do this method twice a day, that'll be $1,200 per day. And if you do it every day for a month, that's around $36,000 per month. All you need is a smartphone and a specific app that I'm going to show you how to download. And this makes this gig an amazing one for just about everybody because just about everybody has a smartphone in their pocket. The technology that we carry around in our pockets every single day is more powerful than some of the most powerful computers that we had just a few years ago. And this is exactly where you come in. In just 5 easy steps, I'm going to show you how you can tap into a very lucrative market. And when I say easy steps, I mean it. These are steps anybody can take, even if they have no technical experience or background in this at all. Now, where we're going to start, just like the title of this video says, is with a simple Google search. Now, you're going to go to Google and you're going to type in an exact string of words that I'm about to show you, and you can actually just copy and paste it directly out of the description of this video, so you don't have to type it all out. And here's the code you're gonna put in. It's gonna be site:/yellowpages.com, and then the word restaurant, and then you're gonna put in this long string of code right here. And again, you can just copy it directly out of the description below, so you don't have to type it in. And basically, when you search Google with this special code, it's gonna bring up a list of restaurants that are specifically showing their email address online. You can see they all have their email listed right here publicly for you to see. Then what we're gonna do is we're going to highlight this entire thing, and then we're gonna right click and we're gonna copy it, and then we're gonna go over to ChatGPT and we're gonna type in the following prompt. Format the data below into a table with these columns: full name, company name, website URL, email, and phone number. And then we're gonna right click and we're going to paste that right in there. And you can see this information is gonna look like an absolute mess, but ChatGPT is gonna make it all nice and formatted for us when we click go. And you can see right here, it has formatted it into a nice little table for us. And you can actually just copy this entire thing and you can just paste it into Google Sheets or Excel so you can keep it for later. Now, next what we're gonna do is we're gonna take a look at these restaurants and see if any of them have a virtual tour. So I just brought up this one here, and you can see if you just click here on see photos, and then you scroll all the way to the right where it says Street View and 360, and you want to look right here and see, is there a virtual tour listed here that shows the inside of the restaurant? You can see the only view here that they have is of the outside of the restaurant, which probably just comes from Google Maps Street View. Now, the next thing that you want to do is you want to download this specific app right here onto your smartphone. And this is an app for Android, but if you have an iPhone, just leave me a comment. There's an app you can use for iPhone as well, which is also free, and I'll post that in the comments for you. But we spent a lot of time testing different ones. We've tested this one out and it works really well. Now you say, what am I gonna do once I get this app installed? What you're gonna do is you're gonna contact this restaurant, and remember, we got all the email addresses here that ChatGPT has formatted so nicely for us, and we're gonna send them an email that says that you are offering to create for them a free online virtual tour that they can upload online to show people who are interested in their restaurant. Now you might say, how am I going to make money if I'm offering this thing for free? I'm going to show you how to do that in just a second. But first of all, I want you to remember, this sounds much more complicated than it actually is. Don't worry, I'm going to show you a step-by-step of how to use the app. It's super simple to use. And remember, my student said it only took him 1 hour to do this. Now, I don't get paid any money for recommending this specific app to you guys. It's just we've tested a lot of apps and this is the one that actually worked. So I'm not being sponsored by the 360 Photosphere app or anything, but this video is being sponsored by .store domains, which you can get to by just going to get .store. .store domains are used by some of the biggest creators online, anyone from Mariah Carey to Michelle Obama to Mr. Beast, and it's a great way to show people, if you have an online store, that you're serious about your online presence and you're in the company of all of these great creators who are also using this exact same online store location. But let's get back to our virtual tour tutorial. What I would encourage you to do is go out to any restaurant near you, not even a restaurant where you emailed them, and just try out the app so you can get the hang of it. But let me just show you really quick how to use this app. All you do is you open the app on your smartphone, and once you open it, it's going to bring you a little viewfinder like you're seeing right here, and then you just rotate around in a circle, and every time you see a green dot, you line up the little circle with the green dot, and it will automatically take that photo. And as you can see, it's going to go all the way around in a circle, and it's going to take a photo of the entire area, and it's going to connect all those photos together to a virtual tour experience that allows people to see what it looks like inside the restaurant just from their phone or their computer. Now, once you're done with taking all the photos, then you're going to go over to Google Maps, and you're going to find the specific restaurant where you took the photos. Click on it, then you're going to tap on Contribute on the bottom of your screen, and you're going to select the virtual tour image that you just created with your phone, and it might ask you some other questions here. You're just going to click on the specific place where the virtual tour was taken, and then boom, you will have uploaded this virtual tour to this restaurant's Google Maps listing. Now, let me address something really important here. You might be nervous about going into a restaurant to approach the owner about a virtual tour, but remember, you're not selling them anything here. You're literally just offering them a free virtual tour that you're going to upload for free to their own Google Maps listing. This takes all the pressure off of you. You don't have to sell anything. I'm going to show you how you actually make money on this in just a second. But the other thing to remember is, if this restaurant owner doesn't have a virtual tour already, they probably don't know anything about how to create one with their smartphone. And not only that, but restaurant owners actually rely on having nice photos on their Google Maps listing in order to draw people to actually come and visit the restaurant. So they're going to welcome you to come and create a virtual tour for them, especially since you're doing it for free. Now, after you've got this all uploaded to Google Maps, the next step is to wait for about a week, because these virtual tours get a ton of views from Google Maps. Here's an example of one of an outside of a Kentucky Fried Chicken. And this one in particular got 11,000 views just from being uploaded to Google Maps. But you don't even have to wait for it to get to 11,000 views. All you need to do is wait for it to get around 800 to 1,000 views, which again is not going to take very much time. And then once it gets up to 1,000 views, you're going to send the restaurant owner an email saying, hey, I don't know if you remember, but I visited your restaurant and I created this virtual tour for you 100% for free. And I can see it's gotten around 1,000 views so far from people who are interested in your restaurant. If you'd like to license it from me long term for $600, I can just leave it up there on your Google Maps listing for as long as you want. If you don't like the virtual tour or you're not interested in it, don't worry, we can remove it right away. That's kind of the short version of the email you're going to send. And I actually have a full email template that I'll give you for free that you can send to these restaurant owners. All you have to do is click on the link in the description of this video. It's going to take you to a page that looks something like this, and then we're going to email you a free class that shows you even more ways to make money with Google Maps. All you have to do is reply to that email and say, hey Chad, could you send me the virtual tour email template, and we will just reply to that email and shoot you the email template for free. Because here's the key, when you send them this email, you're not just selling them a virtual tour, you're showing them proven results. They've already seen that 1,000 potential customers saw this virtual tour. When you present it to them this way, a $600 fee doesn't seem like that much. And it's actually a bargain compared to what it would cost for someone to come in with a bunch of professional equipment, like a tripod and everything, and do a full-scale virtual tour by a professional photographer. You're proving to them that this virtual tour that you created for them actually works. And they're gonna have a hard time saying, no, I don't want thousands of people to know how great my business looks on the inside. Now, one of the keys to getting restaurants to say yes to this is making sure that when you go through the original list that we got from Google Search and ChatGPT, that you're focusing on restaurants that don't have a lot of photos at all on Google Maps. It also helps if they have some good reviews, so then we know that customers like them, but they're not really showcasing their restaurant very effectively online. Now, another trick is, once you've got some of these virtual tours under your belt, start asking for testimonials. You can include these testimonials in your emails, and when restaurant owners see that other restaurants have already got virtual tours from you and love them, they'll be much more likely to say yes. Now, I know I said earlier that you're actually licensing this virtual tour to the business owner because it's actually your intellectual property since you made the virtual tour. Now, that might be intimidating to you, the word licensing, but I actually have a full contract that you can have these restaurants sign that outlines all the legal terms of the licensing agreement. Now, I'm not a lawyer, so this is not official legal advice. If you'd like to use this contract, again, all you have to do is click on the link in the description of this video, enter your name and email there, and we'll send you the Google Maps free class. And again, when you reply to us, just say, hey, I'd also like a copy of the licensing contract that I can use for virtual tours, and we'll shoot that right over to you. Now, some people might say, hey, Chad, why doesn't the business owner just download the virtual tour themselves and then they don't even have to pay me? The nice thing is Google Maps makes it very difficult for the business owner to download this thing from Google Maps. Once you upload it to Google Maps, you'll have total control over it, whether you want to delete it or you want to keep it on there. It's very easy to control from your Google Maps dashboard. And remember, all you have to do is do 2 of these per day, and you're making around $30,000 per month just with the power of your smartphone. Now, like I said before in this video, if you're interested in even more ways of making money with Google Maps, I really encourage you, click on the link in the description of this video and I'll send you an email with a free class that goes into a lot of detail about even more ways to make money with Google Maps. And the main way that we're gonna highlight in that free class is an autopilot system that lets you make money day and night from Google Maps. You can do the whole thing from the comfort of your home without even having to visit a single restaurant. I'll also email you even more tips and tricks for making money with Google Maps. Just click on the link in the description of this video, enter your name and email there, and we'll shoot that info over to you. Talk to you soon.